Hello and welcome to this tutorial for Hold Me While You Wait by Lewis Capaldi. Just as a reminder, there are links in the description below that will take you to different points in this video. Before we begin, I always like to talk about the ukuleles that I'm using. For GCEA Chords, I'm going to be using my Koaloha Opio tenor, which is made out of sapele. And it has a low G, so it sounds a little different. But it will use all the chord shapes for GCEA soprano, concert, or tenor ukuleles. For baritone, I'll be using my mainland baritone, which has a cedar soundboard and rosewood back and sides. That's for baritone DGBE chords. Let's take a look at the chords that you're going to need for this song. There are 5 for the GCEA ukulele. The first chord is a C chord. Generally, we use the 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. The second chord is the E minor chord. 1st finger will go on the 1st string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret, and 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 4th fret. That's your E minor chord. Next chord you'll need is the F chord. The 1st finger will go on the 2nd string, 1st fret, and the 2nd finger will go on the 4th string, 2nd fret. That's your F chord. Next chord you'll need is the A minor chord. Simply take the 2nd finger onto the 4th string, 2nd fret. And the last chord you'll need is the G chord. The 1st finger will go on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, 2nd finger on the 1st string, 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger on the 2nd string, 3rd fret. That's your G chord. Let's take a look at the chords you'll need for baritone DGBE tuning, and again there are only 5 chords. The first chord is a C chord. The 1st finger will go on the 2nd string, 1st fret. 2nd finger will go on the 4th string, 2nd fret. That's your C chord. The next chord you'll need is the E minor chord. You'll simply take the 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, E minor. The 3rd chord you'll need is undoubtedly the most difficult to play on baritone ukulele of these 5 chords. It's the F chord. You'll bar strings 1 and 2, meaning you'll pinch both strings with 1 finger at one time, as close as you can to the 1st fret without covering the fret. The 2nd finger will go on the 3rd string, 2nd fret, and the 3rd finger will go on the 4th string, 3rd fret. That's your F chord. The next chord you'll need is the A minor chord. The 1st finger will go on the 2nd string, 1st fret, 2nd finger on the 4th string, 2nd fret, and 3rd finger on the 3rd string, 2nd fret. That's your A minor chord. And the last chord you'll need is the G chord. So 3rd finger, 1st string, 3rd fret. That's your G chord. For the rest of this video, we're going to look at 2 different things, and they are a little different. So the first one we're going to look at is an 8-beat downstrum, putting an accent on beats 1, 4, and 7. Or if we're thinking in 4/4 time, it's beat 1, the and of beat 2, and beat 4. And I'll play this on GCEA ukulele, but also put up the chords for baritone at the same time. We're just going to do this little progression of C, E minor, A minor, G. And how this is going to work is you're going to just downstrum all 8 beats. So let's start that first, going 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Then what we're going to do is we're going to stress beats 1, 4, and 7. So in other words, it's a group of 3, group of 3, group of 2. Let's try that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Another thing I'd like to tell you is that it's probably good not to worry about a complete perfect strum every time you do it. You can actually be kind of a little bit lazy on the strums and get the feel. So again, with that C chord, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1. So don't stress out about making every note perfectly heard in here, especially when the guitar is only playing a couple notes at various times as well. It works. Now let's try the sequence: C, E minor, A minor, G. Let's do it. 1, 2, ready, go. can be done on baritone as well. Just as an example, let's also play that C, E minor, A minor, and G pattern on the baritone ukulele. And again, don't stress out about playing each note. You're just lightly touching the strings to get those 8 beats, particularly on the non-accented beats. Let's do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. So let's go to the bridge now, and we're going to take a look at this differently on GCEA and DGBE tuning, just because the chords and the notes you play are a little different. Option number 1 is just play the chords as written, which are F, G, A minor, and C. And right now I'm in GCEA tuning. So let's do this. You'd play F, G, A minor, then C. Now, if you want to play the more advanced thing, I've written that out too and given you those options as well. It's a little bit of tablature, which is not hard, but if you've never read tablature before, it's a little different. Tablature, again, is like looking at the ukulele this way and figuring out which note to play at what time. And it helps you because if you're looking at this, and I'll put these images up here as well, that little first 3 tells you on the 2nd string, so the one coming up from the floor up, to play the 3rd fret, then to play the next note without pressing down a fret on the 2nd string, and then to play the 2nd fret on the 3rd string. So it's going to sound like is this, very slowly. 1, 2, then G chord. So how the rest of this measure is going to go is you'll hit the A minor, then that little open 1st string, open 2nd string, 2nd finger 3rd string, then your C chord, then open 1st string, open 2nd string, and then 2nd finger 3rd string. So doing it very slowly, this is what this sequence sounds like. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, G, A minor, C, and then when you go to the next set of chords, it repeats just the beginning part. So hit F, G, and then the A minor chord, and then it stops. And that's all the tablature in the piece under GCEA. And again, it's not hard, but to do it the first couple times may take you a little practice, and that's okay. Let's take a look at the bridge now on baritone DGBE ukulele. Now again, just like with GCEA ukulele, you have 2 options here. You can play just the chords as printed, so you have F, then you'd have G, A minor, then C. So if you don't want to mess around with any of the tablature, you can do that and it's going to work just fine. If you want to add the tablature, first you have to kind of understand what tablature does. It's sort of like looking at your ukulele like this, string 1, 2, 3, 4, and you can see it across and it tells you which finger to press down. So after the F chord, what it asks you to do is to play the 3rd fret on the 1st string. Then it asks you to play no fret on the 1st string, and then the 3rd fret on the 2nd string. Then you'd play the G chord. Then you'd play the 3rd fret of the 1st string, no frets on the 1st string, then the 3rd fret of the 2nd string. Then we'll change chords to the A minor chord, and we've got to do something a little different. Now we have to play the 5th fret on the 1st string, then open, and then the 3rd fret on the 2nd string, then the C chord, then the 5th fret again, open, 3rd on the 2nd string. And then when you change to the next set of chords, you play the F chord again, 3rd on the 1st, open, 3rd on the 2nd, then G, 3rd on the 1st, open, then 3rd on the 2nd, and then you play the A minor chord. And that's it with a bridge, and that's all that it is with the finger picking in this song. So let's try this very slowly. 1, 2, 3, 4. F, G, A minor, up to the 5th fret, C, back to the F, then the G, then A minor. And that's all that is for the finger picking on DGBE baritone ukulele. That should be all that you need to know to be successful on the play-along video for Hold Me While You Wait. Thanks for watching the video, and we'll catch you next time.